Brian Skinner writes, "Hello, John and the AMC crew. The Dark Knight and the Avengers are held high as the best movies in the CBM genre. Do you think there's a chance that Batman v Superman could join the Avengers and TDK in being critically acclaimed, or do you think that any movie with Zack Snyder directing has no chance to even come close? Thanks, you guys, and keep up the great work."
Can I take this?
Go ahead.
Okay, here's the deal. Here's the deal with the Avengers. I think the Avengers is an overrated movie. I thought
so, folks, we've enjoyed having Scott here on the show.
I'm being completely honest here.
Dangerous.
I liked the Avengers. I thought it was fun, but I thought the story was a little cheesy, and I felt like Captain America: The Winter Soldier was a much better film that felt like a mini Avengers movie unto itself with Black Widow and Falcon. But obviously, Dark Knight is a great film. But as far as Batman versus Superman being better than Avengers or taking its reins in the top 5 greatest superhero movies of all time, Zack Snyder is not the greatest director in the world. I mean, he's okay, but Man of Steel was boring. It took itself way too seriously. I mean, where was the fun of those first 2 Superman movies? The one that Richard Donner directed and the one that Richard Lester directed. Now, those are great movies.
You mean like in The Fortress of Solitude when he threw a shield and
yes!
that kind of stuff, which I hated, hated as a kid? Sorry.
Look, does this have the chance of being as good, put up there with The Dark Knight and Avengers? Sure, the chance exists. I like Zack Snyder. I thought Man of Steel was a magnificent film. I thought better than any of the original Superman movies. I just thought, I mean, yeah, we didn't get the 1960s. Gosh, ma'am, I'll go get that kitten out of your tree for you, Superman. But I don't want that Superman anymore. It's a different age. But many do, and many do. But I mean, let's not set that standard too high. I mean, Avengers and The Dark Knight are just clear-cut. They're the kings of the hill. I mean, they are what they are. And I don't think it's fair to Batman v Superman to go into instantly wanting to draw comparisons between it and those 2 Goliaths of films. Let's just go into it and see if it's good. I mean, because if Zack Snyder, I said this before, I'll say it again, you're getting the 2 titans of the comic book world. You got Batman and Superman. If Zack Snyder can find a way to just make this movie good, just make it good.
Good, I'll take good.
People will lose their minds.
Yeah.
People will love this film. Just make it good, and you've got a winner. Dark Knight and Avengers level. Let's hold off on those types of comparisons. Schnapp?
I'm not afraid to say it could reach that level. And
it's possible.
I mean,
yeah.
and with all the talent that they've got, I mean, I think Ben Affleck as Batman is a great casting.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And
yeah.
I think it seems like they're poising it so that it can be an Avengers-type film. Even though it's called Batman v Superman, it's like...
Set up for Justice League.
It's setting up for Justice League, but at the same time, we have Zack Snyder, I think he did a great job with Watchmen. So he was able to juggle all of those characters from a 12-issue comic book series and condense it into 2 hours and 45 minutes, 3 hours if you watch the extra sweaty Blu-ray or whatever, which I think is great too. So I have total confidence in Zack Snyder. I think he's a great director. He's had some misfires, Sucker Punch. I mean, look, I mean, everyone has stuff that you're like, hey, let's put that away. Don't look at that anymore. So, I'm 100% into hoping that it reaches that.
You know what? Oddly enough, you wonder what I think his best directing effort is? I mean, my favorite movie of his is still, it's not even Dawn of the Dead. My favorite movie is still Man of Steel. I love 300. Like the job he did directing, I think the best directing he's done, this is going to sound really weird, is Owls of Gaul. I really thought the direction of that film was really, I was engrossed with it.
That's the one I have not seen.
Yeah, it's actually, visually it's beautiful too. The aerial shots reminds me a lot of How to Train Your Dragon 2. Anyway, Alicia.
I've always loved to say the Owls of Gahoo. Gahoo. It's fun to say. My favorite Zack Snyder film is 300, just because he set up that really unique visual style, and that's one thing he does really well, is bring the visuals. So I think this film will be really fun. No doubt, it's just going to be amazing to see these 2 characters on screen. Will it be critically acclaimed? I'm not so sure, but I hold out hope.
Yeah. The thing about Man of Steel is it was not, I mean, I know you loved it, and God bless you for it, my friend. But it just took itself too seriously. They tried to do for Superman what they did with The Dark Knight, took all the fun out of Superman. I think what DC should do, and I know why they're not doing it, because they're way behind the game with Marvel, and they're trying to catch up. So they're rushing Justice League into production, but they still need to give Superman, they still need to give Henry Cavill a good movie. Make it a better movie than Man of Steel. Give him a good, solid movie on his own before they bring in Batman and now Aquaman and all these other people so they could set up Justice League. He still needs one more good movie before they start doing all that. They're rushing into it.
I disagree. I disagree, but you're not alone in that opinion.
Yeah, rushing, it's been 20 years. I've been waiting to see these movies.
Okay, I get it.
Hey everyone, if you liked this video, click that thumbs up button and make sure to subscribe to our AMC Movie News YouTube channel. It's free and helps you stay up to date with all the latest movie news, as well as our daily AMC movie talk show. Also, make sure that you follow us on Facebook and Twitter to stay up to date with all of our special promotions, contests, and prize giveaways.